Have you ever looked at an opportunity and thought, this could be the one? But why does it have to come with a catch? That was me today. I applied for a health system specialist position in Spangdahlem, Germany. And on paper, it sounds exciting. It's overseas. It's on the same base where my family is stationed. It could place me closer to the people I love. But here's the catch. It's not offering relocation. And if you've ever been in a season where you wanted something badly, but the conditions around it weren't exactly what you hoped for, then you already know what kind of emotional tug of war that can create. You want to be hopeful, but you also want to be realistic. You want to trust, but you also don't want to set yourself up for disappointment. And that's exactly why today's episode matters. Because one of the posts I liked on LinkedIn today said, there is so much power in believing that everything will work out. And listen, I know that can sound cliche when you're in a hard season. It can sound fluffy when bills are real, when the doors are slow to open, when life feels uncertain, when the dreams come with disclaimers. But I'm learning that believing things will work out is not denial. It's strength. It's spiritual stamina. It's emotional discipline. And today we're going to talk about why. Hey y'all, I'm Vanessa and welcome to Waves of Change, where I document my journey of going after an overseas opportunity, building a new chapter, and choosing courage in real time. If you haven't already, do me a favor and subscribe to come with me on this journey. This is not just about a job search. It's a faith walk. This is reinvention season. This is me choosing not to let fear make my decisions. And today I want to talk about the power of believing that even when things are unclear, even when they're imperfect, even when they don't come packaged the way we want it, everything can still work out. So here's today's update. I applied for the health system specialist position at Spangdahlem, Germany. Now, what makes this one especially interesting is that it's on the same base where my family is stationed. So immediately, this one felt personal. It wasn't just another overseas listing. It wasn't just another random application thrown in the universe. There was a connection there, a pull there, a possibility there. But the challenge is that this position, it doesn't offer relocation. And let me tell you something. When you're trying to make a major life transition, details like that are crucial. Because sometimes people see the title. They see the destination. They see the opportunity. But they don't always see the math. They don't see the sacrifice. They don't see the logistics. They don't see the emotional cost of trying to bridge a dream with limited support. Still, I applied. And I applied because I've learned something in this season. Not every opportunity has to be perfect for it to be worth pursuing. Sometimes you apply because the door is worth knocking on. Sometimes you apply because proximity matters. Sometimes you apply because even if this exact role doesn't work out, it places you in alignment with something connected to the thing you've been praying for. And beyond that, I completed my engagement hour by liking, commenting, and posting on LinkedIn. And that's important too. This journey isn't just about the applications. It's also about visibility, consistency, showing up, being part of the conversation, remaining active even when the results haven't shown up yet. Some days, the win is the application. Some days, the win is the discipline. And some days, the win is simply refusing to give up. That quote hit me hard today. There is so much power in believing that everything will work out. And I want to sit with that for a minute because I think a lot of us misunderstand what belief really is. Belief is not pretending. Belief is not ignoring reality. Belief is not being naive. Belief is not saying, oh, everything is fine when it clearly isn't. No. Belief is choosing not to let uncertainty become your identity. Belief is saying, I don't know how this is going to unfold, but I refuse to collapse before the story is finished. That's power. Because what happens when you stop believing things can work out? You shrink, you hesitate, you stop trying, you talk yourself out of possibilities before life even has a chance to respond. You start interpreting every delay as denial, every obstacle as a dead end, every imperfection as proof that it's not meant for you. And that mindset will rob you faster than rejection ever could. Because rejection could only block one door, but unbelief can make you walk away from the whole building. That's why believing things will work out is powerful. It keeps your spirit open. It keeps your posture lifted. It keeps you moving with expectancy instead of dread. And no, that doesn't mean every single thing will work out the exact way you pictured it. But it does mean this. Your life is not falling apart just because it isn't unfolding on your timeline. Somebody needed to hear that today. Maybe it was me. Because sometimes we think working out means getting exactly what we ask for. Exactly when we ask for it, with no detours, no inconvenience, no stretch, no discomfort. But that isn't always how growth works. Sometimes things work out by redirecting you. Sometimes they work out by maturing you. Sometimes they work out by exposing what you really want. Sometimes they work out by bringing you close to a blessing, even if the first version of it is not the final one. And that may be what this season is for me. Because maybe Spangdahlem is the job. Or maybe it's the signpost. Maybe it's the opportunity. Or maybe it's the reminder that I'm not crazy for wanting proximity to family in a life that feels more aligned. Either way, it's working something out in me. I think one of the hardest things about reinvention is that you often have to keep believing before you have evidence. And that is uncomfortable. We live in a world that worships proof, receipts. People want to see the contract, the offer letter, the numbers, the results, the guarantee. But faith doesn't usually hand you all that up front. Faith says, take the step, fill out the application, keep showing up, keep posting, keep preparing, keep becoming, and trust that clarity will meet you on the road. That's where I am. And maybe that's where you are too. Maybe your version isn't a job in Germany. Maybe your version is a business idea, a move, a healing journey, a relationship decision, a boundary, a new beginning you haven't fully admitted you want yet. And maybe the reason you've been stuck is because part of you keeps saying, but what if it doesn't work out? And I get it. But can I lovingly offer you another question? What if it does? What if it works out in a way you can't even see yet? What if the delay is not punishment? What if the catch isn't the conclusion? What if the very thing you're worried about is only one part of a much bigger story? You don't need full certainty to move in hope. You don't. You just need enough belief to take the next step. The scripture that came in mind for today is Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Now let's be honest. That verse does not say all things feel good. It doesn't say all things look good. It doesn't say all things arrive conveniently. It says all things work together for good, meaning some things won't make sense by themselves. Some things will feel disappointing by themselves. Some things will feel incomplete by themselves. But together, in God's hands, with time, with perspective, with trust, they could become part of something beautiful. That verse is an anchor for seasons like this, for application seasons, for waiting seasons, for transition seasons, for I see the opportunity, but I also see obstacles seasons. But it reminds us that God is not only present in the polished parts, He's present in the catches too. He's present in the missing relocation package. He's present in the waiting. He's present in the uncertainty. He's present in the steps that feel small and invisible. And if all things are working together for good, then I don't have to panic over every detail. I can stay open. I can stay grounded. I can stay faithful. Let's do a quick nervous system reset together. This one is a visualization practice for the person who is carrying hope and stress at the same time. I want you to gently unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders, let your hands rest softly, and take a slow, deep breath through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Again, slow breath in and exhale. Now close your eyes if you can. If you're driving, just listen. Don't close your eyes. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a path. You don't see the entire road. You don't have every answer. You don't know every detail. But the path in front of you is lit for the next few steps. Not the next 50, just the next few. Now imagine that with every step you take, the path lights up a little more. You don't have to force the whole future into view. You only have to take the next step. Now picture yourself laying down one thing you've been gripping tightly. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's overthinking, maybe it's disappointment, maybe it's the need to control how everything unfolds. Set it down. And now picture yourself picking up something lighter. Trust, peace, expectation, steadiness. Take another slow breath in and exhale. Now silently say to yourself, I don't need all the answers to keep moving. What is meant for me will not miss me. What is unfolding is still unfolding for my good. I can trust the next step. One more deep breath in and exhale. And when you're ready, come on back. So today, I applied for that health system specialist position at Spangdahlem. And yeah, it has a catch. And yeah, the path is still uncertain. But I'm choosing to believe that everything will work out. Not because I'm ignoring reality, not because I'm detached from the challenges, but because I've lived long enough to know that panic has never helped me think clearer, and fear has never helped me dream bigger. Belief has the power. Belief helps you hold your posture when life feels shaky. Belief helps you apply anyway. Belief helps you keep showing up. Belief helps you see possibility where other people only see problems. And in this season, I'm learning that sometimes the greatest act of courage is not making a big announcement. It's quietly telling yourself, I still believe this could come together. So whatever you're facing right now, whatever feels incomplete, whatever feels delayed, whatever feels uncertain, don't count it out too early. This may still work out in a way that surprises you. If this episode encouraged you, drop something in the comments that says, I still believe. And if you're in a season where you're learning to trust the process, even when the details aren't perfect, I hope you stay on this journey with me. Thank you for joining me. I'm Vanessa, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 77. Bye.